Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Please make sure you subscribe and like my video. In this video I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this stylish abada kaftan you are seeing here. I added 2 pleats on the shoulder to make it more stylish and a front slit. Please subscribe to my channel and share my video. Thanks. Okay, I've gone ahead to fold it into 4. I folded it into 2 and I fold it again, making it into 4. The side facing me is closed. I folded it into 2 because I want to cut front and back together. This is Duchess fabric. I bought 3.5 yards. If you are a bigger size, you buy 4.5. If you are a smaller size, please buy 3 yards. The first thing I will do now is to mark my sleeve length. To mark your sleeve length, this gown is like a kimono gown. To mark your sleeve length, you measure from the tip of your neck to where you want your sleeve to stop. For mine, I measure 26. Okay, you measure your neck width. For my neck width, I'm using 3. For my neck depth, for the back, I'm using 1.5. For my neck, front neck, I'll be using 7. On this front neck depth, I will mark 2.5 inches and I will connect it. That 2.5 inches, I will blend it to my neckline. The 2.5 inches, roll it down. For my armhole, I will take 11.5. From my shoulder to my waistline is 17 inches. From my shoulder to my hip line is 25 inches. From my shoulder to my knee length is 34 inches. And my length is 61 inches, including my folding allowance. To mark how free you want your gown to be, you divide your hip by 4. My hip divided by 4 is 12 inches. My hip divided by 4 is 12 inches, and I will add 5 extra inches. If you like, you reduce it depending on how free you want your gown to be. You mark it from that 2 inches. Add the 16 inches right down. Okay, for the cow bubu at the side, I will come in by 3 inches from my armhole opening. This is where I mark my 11 inches. I came in by 3 inches. Then on my knee, let me drag it down. On my knee, I'll also come down by 3 inches. From this line, where I came down by 3 inches from my knee, I'll come in by 2 inches. I'll draw my curve to meet with these 3 inches here. See what I did? From these 3 inches I came down with on my knee, I will now draw my curve. I have to do it so that you see what I'm doing. You draw it from there. Depending on what you want, you can increase it or you can reduce it. From this 16 inches, you can also measure it to guide you. I have 9 inches here. You can reduce it if you don't want it to fall down too much. You can reduce it to 7 inches. After that, bring it down. Okay, before you cut it off, you will mark your shoulder because you are going to unfold it. You mark your shoulder to indicate it where your shoulder is, so that when we unfold it, you will see the markings. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2. I have 8 inches. To cut it now, I will first of all cut the back neckline. Cut the back neckline, and I will cut the cow. Cut this thread down. I'm not cutting the front neckline now. I will cut the back neckline and I'll unfold it and show you how you can cut the front neckline. I will do it off camera and come back and show you the next thing to do. If you cut it off, see what you have. See how the curve is. I will unfold it. If you unfold it, you go to your sewing machine and join these two. You join the shoulder this side, you also join this side. I'll do it and come back and show you what I have. I use 0.25 to join it at the shoulder here. So the next thing you will do now is to fold it this way. This is my neckline. I will now fold it like this. Like this. Please, if you don't want your shoulder to have this line, if you don't want it to have this line, you can fold it like this. You know, I folded my fabric into 4. I folded it 1 and I folded it again. Line. Make sure that your upper part, that's the shoulder line where you will start your neckline, will be closed like this. It will not be open. Mine was open because I wanted to show you another way you can cut it. This side will be closed, these two sides will be closed, and this side will be open. I stitch it at the shoulder. Okay, I folded it into 2. The other part is on the ground. You pin it. Please make sure you arrange it very well and it's equal. My back neckline. Now I want to cut my front neckline. You confirm whether it's 3 inches. Then I'll cut it off. My shoulder line here where I join, you have to iron it. I'll cut my neckline, my front neckline. I've cut it off. I've cut it off. Now I will unfold it. So now you are cutting it, use your pin to secure it. You have to use something to hold it down. This is what I have. So the next thing I will do now is to confirm your shoulder. I mark 8 inches for my shoulder. And on this side, see my shoulder line here. I'll measure 12 inches downward. I'll do the same thing on this side, 12 inches. I'll measure it down. I'll do the same thing for my back side. I'll measure 12 inches. Okay, let me draw it so that you see what I'm doing. My back, I'll still measure 12 inches. On my back here, I'll measure 12 inches too. I'll now do the straight line. So to add my pleats, I will mark from this place, I'll mark 5 inches. I'll mark 5 inches, then I'll add my pleats. From that 5 inches, you hold it, see my 5 inches, I'll hold it to meet this one, to meet this point here. Hold it to meet your shoulder line here. See my hand, see it there, see what I did. I will now use a pin to hold it down. Use a pin to hold it down. Arrange it very well. This side too, pin it. We now use iron to flatten it. You use iron to press it down. After that, you now stitch on it. I will do the same thing on the other side, and I will iron it and show you how it looks like. You stitch it up to this 12 inches and mark down here. You can add another pleat on the shoulder if you want. You measure it from your neckline, measure 5 inches. On that 5 inches, you now fold it. See the 5 inches here? You now fold it. And you secure it with a pin. You iron it down. Iron it before stitching on it. If you take this one, I'll stitch this one. See what I have? I'll stitch it. So I'll do the same thing on this side and iron it and show you the next thing you will do. Okay, I've added the second plate. See what I have here? I've added it. So, to fix your lapel, from this opening, see the neckline, you need to measure it round. Let me start from down. This is the down part of my cloth. You measure it round. Measure it round. My own, I have 120. that 120, I will add extra 6 inches so that I will not rush short of fabric. Just measure it round and cut it off. See the fabric I want to work with. I've cut it off already. See what I have here. The width is 5 inches. The width is 5 inches. So I'll now fold it into two. Fold it into two. Make sure it's equal. I folded it into two. For my lapel, you just need to iron it very well. Iron it. After ironing, the next thing I will do now is that I will measure how open I want my neck to be. From the back of your neck, you measure it down. For me, I will use 15 inches. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. So, for my slit opening at the down part, depending on what you want, you can start from your knee right here. I'll measure 37 inches. This place will be open. What I will do now, I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it. You determine the middle of this 2.5, so that when you are sewing it, you will not make mistake. Middle is 2.5. Now do the straight line. So you stitch on that straight line. After stitching it, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. Okay, I've stitched it. Please, if you are stitching it, remember to stitch it on the wrong side. Don't stitch it on the right side. This is my wrong side. I have stitched it up to where I want my slit to start. So what you will do next is to turn it. Turn it like this. Turn it like this. This is what I have. Iron it very well. Use your iron. This is where my slit will start. This is my slit. Very neat. Make sure you use your iron to flatten it. So to attach it now, you now use your iron to fold ½ inch. Fold ½ inch on this one, upper one, because you will attach it with the down one. Let me bring my dress and show you what you will do. This is my neckline. You now determine the center of your neck. You knot the center. For this one too, this is my center here. So what I will do now is to bring this one. You match, see the way I notch on this side. You match it with the center. You now sew it. Sew it. Use your pin to hold it. Sew each one with ½ inch. I will go to my sewing machine and sew it now and show you the next thing to do. Okay, I've sewn it. See what I have. We have closed the front part now. Please, if you want to attach your lapel, make sure that the right side of the lapel is facing the wrong side, so that after sewing it, you can top stitch on it. See what my front look like. See my neckline. See where my slits started. See my slits at the down part. The next thing to do is to fold this part inside. This part, you fold it inside, so that if you top stitch on it, everything will be clean. I will advise you, before you attach your lapel, make sure you fold the ½ inch round. It will be easy for you. For me, I can do it like that. Go to your machine and fold the ½ inch. Fold the ½ inch this way. Use your pin. As you sew, you push this one inside. As you sew, you push it inside. Just be arranging it. You do the same thing on this side. Just do it round. If you can sew waistband, this will be very easy for you. When you're sewing it, make sure you open it up. Open the two sides. I've top stitch on it. See what I have, how neat it is. Top stitch. I'll just see my slit opening. See my slit. See my neckline. See my neckline. I'll just use my iron to iron it down. See what I have. I'll iron it down so that it will be neat. I will hem the down part. I'll fold it and I will close the two sides.